Jai Sri Ramakrishna. This video series is an English translation of the revered Sri Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita in Bengali, written by Sri Mahendranath Gupta. As we journey through this text chapter by chapter, we will use modern technology to help recreate the atmosphere of Sri Ramakrishna's time through images, videos, and sound. Doing so with deep reverence for all religious faith and saints. Today's episode begins our journey with Volume 1, Part 1, Chapter 1. Let's begin.
तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जना.
Sri Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita, Volume 1, Part 1, Thakur Sri Ramakrishna at Dakshineswar, Chapter 1. Topic: The Kali Temple and the Garden. Sri Ramakrishna inside the Dakshineswar Kali Temple, the Chandni and the 12 Shiva temples, the paved courtyard and the Vishnu temple, Sri Bhavatarini Mother Kali, the Natmandir, the storeroom, the kitchen for offerings, the guest house and the place for animal sacrifice, the office, Thakur Sri Ramakrishna's room, the Nahabat, the Bakultala and the Panchavati, the Bhavatarini, the Beltala and the Kuti, the bathing steps for washing utensils, the Gazitala, the main gate and the back gate, the Haspukur, means goose pond, the stable, the cowshed and the flower garden, the veranda of Sri Ramakrishna's room, the Abode of Joy. Today is Sunday. The devotees have free time, so they are flocking to the Dakshineswar Kali Temple to see Sri Sri Paramahansa Deva. The doors are open to everyone. The master converses with whoever arrives, holy men, Paramahansas, Hindus, Christians, Brahmos, Shaktas, Vaishnavas, men and women. Everyone is coming. Blessed are you, Rani Rasmani, by your virtuous deeds. This beautiful temple has been established and people are able to come and worship the living deity, the great soul. Topic: The Chandni and the 12 Shiva temples. The Kali temple is situated about 2.5 crores, means around 5 miles north of Calcutta, right on the banks of the Ganges. Alighting from the boat, one must enter the Kali temple by climbing the wide east-facing flight of steps. Paramahansa Deva used to bathe at this ghat. Just beyond the steps is the Chandni, means an open portico, where the temple guards stay. There are cots and a few mango wood chests can sometimes be seen lying around there. When local gentlemen come for a bath in the Ganges, some sit in the Chandni to chat and rub oil on themselves. Some of the sadhus, fakirs and Vaishnavas who come to receive the food offering at the guest house also wait in this Chandni until the bell for the meal rings. Occasionally, a female ascetic in ochre robes, called Vairabi in Bengali, holding a trident can be seen sitting here. She too will go to the guest house when it is time. The Chandni is located right in the middle of the 12 Shiva temples, with 6 temples directly to its north and 6 to its south. Seeing these 12 temples from afar, boat passengers say that is Rashmani's temple complex. Topic: The paved courtyard and the Vishnu temple. East of the Chandni and the 12 temples is a brick paved courtyard. In the center of the courtyard are 2 temples side by side. The Radhakanta temple is to the north. Directly south of it is the temple of Mother Kali. The Radhakanta temple houses the images of Sri Sri Radhakrishna facing west. One must climb steps to enter the temple, which has a marble floor. A chandelier hangs in the temple's front hall as it is currently unused. It is protected by a red cloth cover and a guard keeps watch to prevent the western afternoon sun from causing discomfort to the deities. Canvas screens are arranged to cover the arched openings of the hall. A large jar of Ganges water sits in the southeast corner of the hall, and near the temple's threshold is a vessel containing holy water called Charanamrita in Bengali. Devotees come, bow to the deity, take the holy water. Inside the temple, the images of Sri Sri Radhakrishna are seated on a throne. Sri Ramakrishna first took up his duties as a priest in this temple during 1857-58 AD. Topic: Sri Sri Bhavatarini, Mother Kali. In the southern temple resides the beautiful stone image of Kali named Bhavatarini. The temple floor is paved with black and white marble, leading to a high-raised platform with steps. On the platform rests a silver thousand-petaled lotus upon which Shiva lies like a corpse, with his head pointing south and feet pointing north. Shiva's image is made of white marble. Upon his chest stands the beautiful three-eyed stone image of Shama Kali, dressed in Banarasi silk and adorned with various ornaments. Her lotus feet are adorned with anklets, Gujri Pancham, Pajeb, Chutki means tories, as well as hibiscus and bilwa leaves. Women from the west wear Panjab. As Paramahansa Deva had a strong desire for it, Mathur Babu had them put on the mother. In her hands are gold armlets, amulets and bangles. Around her neck is a choker, a 7-stringed pearl necklace, a gold 32-stringed necklace, a star necklace, and a garland of skulls made of gold. A crown adorns her head. She wears earrings and nose rings and holds a human skull and a sword in her two left hands, while her two right hands offer boons and fearlessness. She wears a girdle of human arms, neem fruits, and a waistband. In the northeast corner of the temple is a beautiful bed where the mother rests, and a fly whisk, means chamar in Bengali, hangs on the wall. Lord Sri Ramakrishna often used that fly whisk to fan the mother. On the altar, there is water in a silver glass, and beneath it are rows of small pots with shamas drinking water. The altar also features a lion made of 8 metals called Ashtadhatu in Bengali, and iguana and a trident. To the southeast is a jackal, to the south a black stone bull, and to the northeast a swan. On the steps of the altar sits a small silver throne with a Narayana Shila. Besides it is an Ashtadhatu image of Ramachandra named Ramlala, received from a wandering monk, and a Baneshwar Shiva. The deity faces south, and directly in front of Bhavatarini is a vermilion painted auspicious pot called Mangal Ghat in Bengali, adorned with flowers and garlands. A water-filled copper vessel is kept on one side for the mother to wash her face. A beautiful Banarasi cloth hangs behind the deity, and a canopy is spread over the silver pillars at the 4 corners of the altar, enhancing the beauty. The temple has a double-storied structure. Its arched openings are secured with strong doors and a guard sits nearby. The temple roof is adorned with 9 pinnacles called Navaratna in Bengali, 4 on the bottom tier, 4 in the middle, and 1 at the top, though one is currently broken. Paramahansa Deva used to perform worship in this temple as well as in the Radhakanta temple. Topic: the Natmandir. In front of the Kali temple, to the south is the spacious Natmandir, topped with images of Lord Shiva, Nandi, and Vringi. Before entering the mother's temple, Sri Ramakrishna would fold his hands and bow to Lord Shiva as if taking his permission. 2 rows of tall pillars run north-south in the Natmandir, supporting the roof during worship, festivals, and especially on Kali Puja day. Theatrical performance called Jatra in Bengali are held here. Following Sri Ramakrishna's advice, Rashmani's son-in-law Mathur Babu once created a mountain of rice in this Natmandir. It is also here that Thakur Sri Ramakrishna publicly performed the Bhairavi worship. Topic: storeroom, kitchen, guest house, and sacrifice area. The 12 temples stand on the western side of the brick-paved courtyard, surrounded by single-story rooms on the other 3 sides. The eastern rooms house the storeroom, the Luchi room, Vishnu's kitchen, the offerings room, the mother's kitchen, the cook's room, and the guest house. If monks or guests do not eat at the guest house, they go to the cashier in the office. When the cashier gives the order, the monks receive raw provisions from the storeroom. South of the Natmandir is the area for animal sacrifice. Vishnu's kitchen prepares vegetarian food, while Kali's kitchen is separate in front of the kitchen. Maid servants can be seen chopping fish. A goat is sacrificed on the new moon day called Amavasya in Bengali. By noon, the food offerings is complete and rows of poor people, Vaishnavas, monks and guests sit down with their leaf plates at the guest house. Separate sitting is arranged for Brahmins and employees, and the cashier's meal is sent to his room. When the gentlemen from Janbajar visit, they stay at the kuti, means bungalow, where prasad is sent to them. Topic: the office. The rooms on the southern side of the courtyard are used as the office and living quarters for employees. The cashier and clerks are always present here, and there is constant movement of storekeepers, servants, priests, cooks, and guards. Some rooms remain locked, storing temple furniture, carpets, canopies, etc. A few of these rooms were used as pantries during Paramahansa Deva's birth anniversary celebration, while cooking for the grand feast took place on the grounds to the south. North of the courtyard is another row of single-story rooms with a main gate in the middle, guarded like the Chandni. Visitors must leave their shoes outside before entering either place. Topic: Thakur Sri Ramakrishna's room. In the northeast corner of the courtyard is Sri Paramahansa Deva's room, which features a semicircular veranda on the western side. Sri Ramakrishna would sit on this veranda facing west to gaze at the Ganges. Beyond the veranda lies a path followed by a flower garden, an embankment, and the sacred murmuring Ganges. Topic: the Nahabat, Bakultala, and Panchavati. North of Paramahansa Deva's room is a square veranda, a garden path, a flower garden, and then the Nahabat, means music tower. His venerable elderly mother and later Sri Sima, means Holy Mother, lived in the lower room of the Nahabat. Next to the Nahabat is the Bakultala and its bathing ghat, where neighborhood women bathe. Paramahansa Deva's elderly mother passed away at this very ghat in 1877 AD. Further north is the Panchavati, where Paramahansa Deva practiced intense spiritual disciplines. He planted the 5 sacred trees, banyan, pipal, neem, amla, and vilva, under his own supervision, scattering holy dust brought from Vrindavana. Just east of the Panchavati, he had a small hut built where he meditated deeply. This hut is now a concrete structure. An ancient banyan tree stands in the Panchavati, intertwined with a pipal tree. The old tree has many hollows and is home to birds and other creatures. Sri Ramakrishna sat on this brick-built circular platform at its base and practiced many disciplines, yearning for God like a calf crying for its mother. Today, a broken branch of the pipal tree hangs over the sacred seat. Topic: the Jhautala, Beltala and Kuti. Further north of the Panchavati, across an iron wire fence, is the Jhautala, featuring a row of 4 pine trees. To its east is the Beltala, another site of Paramahansa Deva's severe austerities. Beyond these lies a high wall, north of which is the government powder magazine. Exiting the courtyard gate towards the north, one sees the 2-storied Kuti. Rani Rashmani, Mathur Babu and others stayed here when visiting. During their lifetime, Paramahansa Deva lived in the lower western room of this Kuti, which offered a good view of the Ganges and access to the Bakultala Ghat. Topic: bathing steps, Gajitala and the 2 gates. Walking east along the path between the courtyard gate and the Kuti, there is a beautiful pond with bound steps on the right. Directly east of the Kali Temple is another pond with a ghat for washing utensils, and nearby is a tree known as Gajitala. Further east along the path is the main gate leading out of the garden. People from Alambazar and Calcutta usually enter through this gate, which is heavily guarded, while locals from Dakshineswar use the back gate. When Paramahansa Deva returned to the temple late at night from Calcutta, the guard would unlock this main gate, and Thakur would often invite the guards inside to share some blessed food called prasad in Bengali. Topic: the ponds, stable, cowshed and flower garden. East of Panchavati is another pond called Haspukur, means goose pond. At its northeast corner are the stable and the cowshed, and to the east is the back gate leading to the Dakshineswar village. A path runs along the Ganges from the southern end to the garden to the Bakultala and Panchavati in the north, lined with flowering plants. The path south of the Kuti also has flowering plants on both sides. The area between Gajitala and the cowshed is filled with various flowers, fruit trees and a pond. Flower picking begins at dawn, accompanying the sweet sounds of the morning arati, and the Shanai means flute. Sri Ramakrishna deeply loved the Mallika, Madhavi and Gulancha flowers, and he personally planted the Madhavi creeper brought from Vrindavana. The garden contains chapa, hibiscus, roses, jasmine and oleander. Sri Ramakrishna used to pick flowers himself until one day, while plucking a vilva leaf, a piece of bark tore off, and he felt as though he had heard the divine dwelling within all beings. On another day, he had a vision that the blooming trees were like bouquets adorning the cosmic form of Lord Shiva, constantly worshipping him. From that day on, he stopped picking flowers. Topic: the veranda of Thakur Sri Ramakrishna's room. A long veranda runs along the east side of Paramahansa Deva's room. One part faces south towards the courtyard, while Thakur often sat with devotees, conversed about God or sang kirtan. The other part faces north, where devotees would celebrate his birthday, sing and partake of prasad with him. It was on this veranda that Keshav Chandra Sen came with his disciples to converse with him, and where Thakur went into Samadhi upon seeing Narendra. Topic: Anandaniketan means the Abode of Joy. The Kali Temple complex became an Abode of Joy with daily worship, offerings and hospitality to guests, a sweeping view of the sacred Bhagirathi river and a beautiful fragrant flower garden. Amidst all this, an awakened soul remained constantly intoxicated with divine love. It was a perpetual festival of the blissful mother. The music from the Nahabat plays continuously during the morning arati, at 9 o'clock when worship begins, at noon when the deities rest after the food offerings, at 4 in the afternoon when they awaken during the evening arati, and again at 9 at night when the deities are laid to rest.
Please subscribe to the channel Thakur Kathamrita. Don't forget to like and share this video.